break the window.
Hey,
He's gonna drive.
let's go.
He's gonna drive.
Let's go.
Ready?
Do it.
Get out!
Get out, man.
Huh?
I'm a different kind of female.
What happened?
I keep a pocket knife in my vagina.
Why?
Because I can.
On May 1st, 2024, a police officer in Florida saw a blue sedan with a broken windshield while on patrol. The time was around early morning. The officer recognized the driver as Miss Kelly, someone he had seen before in similar trouble.
And I believe I found our 13P from earlier. Miss Kelly, I need you to open the window. $10 for 8070 Cocoa Beach. Can you see if there's a kilo available? Miss Kelly!
Yes, officer.
Can you roll down the window for me, Miss Kelly? You remember me? Huh?
No.
I was the one that dealt with you a couple
I
times.
mean, what do you mean?
Huh? What?
You were asking me to move the club.
Yes. So the reason why I'm stopping you, okay, is because when I saw you come out of dancers.
But there's someone else that moved it. She left.
Okay. Okay, when I saw you pull out of dancers, obviously the windshield's not able to be driven like this, okay? So do you have your driver's license with you?
I wasn't driving.
Yes, ma'am, you were. I watched you. I actually also watched you get from the driver's seat to the
You know
passenger
my
seat.
boyfriend, because he drove the
Yes,
car.
I know your boyfriend. I watched you get from the driver's seat to the passenger seat.
So I called my boyfriend.
Officer quickly pulled her over near Cocoa Beach and tried to talk to her. He asked her to roll down the window. At first, she refused. Kelly said she was not driving, but the officer said he saw her come out of a place called Dancers and watched her move from the driver's seat to the passenger seat. She insisted her boyfriend was driving, but then admitted he was at work at a place called Jazzy. This made her story confusing because if he was at work, he could not have been driving. The officer tried to stay calm, even though Kelly kept repeating that they should call her boyfriend. He asked her to give the phone number, but she never clearly gave it. The officer repeated that she could not drive with a windshield like that, and he reminded her she had no valid driver's license. This traffic stop turned into a more serious situation because she refused to open the window or exit the car. The officers became more careful and called for support. This kind of behavior from Kelly made things worse for her. She could have handled it better by being honest and cooperative. This was not the first time she had been in trouble for driving without a license or for a broken windshield.
I know. We've dealt with her many times. I know who she is. Yes, she's not supposed to be driving. So I stop her
Yeah.
because I watched her pull out of dancers and I know she doesn't have a DL.
Okay.
Okay? Also, the windshields are atrocious.
Okay.
Okay, and they've been stopped for it many times and say they're gonna fix it, gonna fix it, gonna fix it.
Okay.
As I'm pulling up behind her, and I'm gonna originally go that way,
Who's still left in the vehicle?
that's Kelly. She's the only person in there. She switched over from the driver's seat to the passenger
Okay,
seat.
let's get her out.
I tried. She locked the door on me, and I'm about to punch the window if she doesn't get out the car.
Hey, Kelly. Hey. Did you call for 9 yet?
The officer had originally planned to turn in another direction, but changed his mind after seeing Kelly's vehicle. He followed her and noticed her switching seats. She was clearly in the driver's seat first, then moved to the passenger side. This was something he had seen people try before to avoid charges. She locked the doors and refused to talk clearly. The officer called for backup and explained the situation. He said she had promised to fix the windshield many times before, but never did it. The car only had one person inside, Kelly. She was trying to avoid arrest by changing seats and lying. Another officer arrived and was ready to punch the window if needed. He checked the rear door and it was open. This gave them a chance to act without breaking glass. They decided not to wait anymore. Once the door opened, they moved quickly to arrest her. The officers were careful not to harm her. They told her again and again to get out of the car. She kept saying she did not do anything wrong, but she had been warned before. She knew she was not allowed to drive. Her car was also not safe for the roads. The officers had no choice this time. They had already let her go too many times in the past.
We're gonna break the window. Hey. Hey.
Can you open the door, please? You're not in any trouble, okay? Just need to get you out. You're all right. Ma'am, stay there. Don't turn the car on.
She's gonna
Hey,
drive.
let's go.
She's gonna drive.
Let's go. Get out! Get out, man. Get out. Get out of the car. Get out. Get out. Get out. Keep it. Yep, good. Let go. Yep, gotcha. You okay? Yep. Are you good? You good? Good. Okay.
Miss Kelly, we gotta get up. You gotta get up. You gotta get up.
Let's go.
Karen still refused to come out of the car. The police told her many times to open the door, but she would not do it. She said again and again that she was not driving. The officers gave her a clear warning. They said if she did not open the door, they would break the window. This was their last warning. But Kelly stayed inside. At one point, she even tried to start the car. That's when the officers knew they had to act quickly. They opened the back door, which was unlocked. As soon as it opened, they broke the window and pulled her out. She was told not to fight or resist. Kelly was taken out safely, but she tried to stay on the ground and said she did not need medical help. The officers asked if she was okay. She said she just needed to sit for a moment. The team checked to make sure she did not get hurt. They stayed careful and calm throughout.
Hey, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
You already have her 43?
I know it. I have to find it.
Okay.
She is Deborah Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah, I can pull up her stuff from tracks. From
Yeah, if you want to... You're good, though?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
After she was pulled out, she seemed very upset and emotional. She was crying, and her body language showed resistance. One officer offered her a bottle of water to calm her down. At that moment, they also tried to check her for any injuries, since breaking a window could lead to cuts. One officer noticed some bleeding on her legs and wanted to make sure there was no glass stuck. But Kelly was not cooperative. She refused to let them check properly and demanded to call her boyfriend.
Smash window and T and I pulled out and handcuffs.
Good? Okay. Let me know when you want some more, okay?
So I saw her come out.
You want a little bit, okay?
I saw the windshield.
Let me know when you want some more water, okay?
Pulled in here, and I saw someone flip over to the passenger side. So I
Does she
flipped.
have a valid license?
To my knowledge, no, because every single time I stopped out with her, it's been suspended. So she's going. Good. And then she pulls into here, hops in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
I come up to the side, she's already crying. She's already bawling her eyes out. I say, hey, what's going on? And she's saying that she wasn't driving, her boyfriend's driving.
Go ahead, 87.
Yeah, as we're trying to get her out, I think she noticed that we were going to get her out and she started moving to her driver's seat.
Anything else physically hurt on you, right?
Medical help had already been called by the officers just in case she needed more care. Officers were also trying to figure out how to transport her safely, especially since she was barefoot and had a small amount of blood on her feet. They discussed using plastic coverings or gauze to protect the police car and her legs. Still, she showed resistance during this time.
I really don't want to get set up on charges.
Huh?
I'm a different kind of female.
What happened?
I keep a pocket knife in my vagina
Why?
because I can.
That's not safe.
I don't give a Y'all are insane.
Miss Kelly, can you look at me for a second?
No.
Why not?
I really don't want to look at you. I want to look at him.
Who do you want to look at? Him?
Him.
You want to look at one of them? Can you look at one of them then?
She right the dick one time. You know, so get you to death.
Miss Kelly, do you remember me?
Pretty sure I do.
Okay. Am I mean to you right now?
Doesn't matter if you're mean or nice.
Okay. Miss Kelly,
I'm tight up my vagina. Get it out because I don't want to get extra charged.
we're going to talk about it in a second, okay? Miss Kelly, can you just look at
I
me
just
for a
want this
second?
guy away from me before I use it on him.
Who?
I bet you I can. Don't even try me.
She also mentioned feeling pain, and at one point she said something very strange. She claimed to be hiding a pocket knife in a private area. That made the officers even more cautious. as the situation had now become a possible safety risk. It was important to keep everyone safe, including the officers and her. The officers remained patient, even though things were getting out of control slowly. During all this, she seemed intoxicated, as her behavior and words were not fully clear. She refused medical help multiple times and didn't let anyone inspect her fully. The officers had no choice but to manage her carefully while preparing for transport. Despite her actions, they treated her as calmly as possible and didn't rush into force unless it was needed. The situation could have been safer and quicker if she had cooperated. But the officers followed their training and did their best to keep it controlled. The officers discussed how to take her to the hospital because they felt she needed proper care and an evaluation. She appeared unstable, which made everything more serious. She kept switching moods, sometimes crying, sometimes angry, and sometimes joking. Her behavior showed signs of confusion or intoxication. She also begged the officers not to press charges. She asked many times if her boyfriend could be told where she was being taken. One guy promised her that they would let him know, and that helped her calm down a little. She even asked for a pinky swear, which the officer agreed to, trying to keep her relaxed. After some time, she agreed not to fight anymore. The officers gently helped her stand up and walked her to the police car. Even though things were very difficult, the officers kept their cool and did not use more force than needed. In the end, Miss Kelly was charged with DUI, resisting an officer without violence, and driving with a suspended license. Her bond was set at $1,500, which she later posted. She pleaded not guilty to all charges in court. At this moment, her case is still open and waiting for the final decision. But now, if you think that's embarrassing, then I don't think you want to see this next. Even more crazy, Karen.